How is it going, everybody? Combo here. I know it has been a while, but I'm back, and we are back with another weapon guide. Today I'll be looking at the 3030 Repeater, which is the newest weapon to be released in Apex Legends. You guys already know that. This thing, while I was gone, not able to play, so many things I saw about this weapon, so many little small errors I saw in most people's gameplay, that I thought I'd share with you. If you do like the video, you know, you can do what you want with that. If not, tell me why you didn't like it, because I always like to see hate comments. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Starting out with number 1, we have the correct way, in my opinion, to fire this thing. Now, as you know, if you aim down sights, you're going to do more damage. The probability, though, of you hitting a headshot every single time you aim down sights is very, very rare. And I'm also going to show you something. If you spam fire, opposed to, you know, just holding it down and letting it wait to get that extra damage, you are going to kill people faster. So as I said, here we go, we'll do 2 with a max charge like that. It was about 2 seconds. Now if we just do it like this, I think we can all agree that was faster. Now realistically, you're not going to be doing that every time. These are still targets. You're not going to be hitting headshots every time. So if I do it like this, realistically, let's say we hit a couple body shots like that, you know, a couple in the chest, a couple in the body, that does allow you to 4-shot them with body shots. But even just like this, firing quicker, that is still faster than waiting for that extra damage. So if I were you, if you were at longer ranges, then do this. Shorter ranges, just keep spam firing. Moving on to number 2, we are going to talk about what I think separates this thing from a sniper rifle and makes it truly, truly special. So as we know, I always like to talk about the hipfire of every gun I review. This gun, like every other heavy weapon in the game, has the best hipfire out of any weapon damage type. Now, treasure rifle, I'm not looking at you. As you know, if you guys didn't know this, check out my other treasure rifle video. Yeah, this thing has perfect hipfire. Besides the point though, we're here to talk about the 3030 Repeater. Back to what I was saying though, if I stand still and hipfire off 3 shots, you will notice all 3 of them are going to hit. A lot of weapons follow that pattern though, but what makes this thing special is when you are crouched at longer ranges, you are very likely to hit them. I would say 2 out of 3 of these are going to hit. 1, 2, yeah, pretty much. Very, very consistent on predicting. Now let's say, for example, you're running up, you're in a fight, it's the start of the game, or you don't have time to switch weapons. Close range with this thing, you can be moving around and hit the majority of your shots. See right here? If somebody's in my face, like that, it's a very easy takedown. Once again, if they're in my face, and I need to put out some quick damage and can't switch, this thing is extremely good at those close range engagements. Just keep that in mind. Hipfire in this thing can be very, very versatile. Don't count it out. Moving on to tip number 3, we have how to properly engage with this thing at longer ranges. Now, as I said before, you will be doing more damage if you spam fire it, such as this. But at longer ranges, you're not going to be able to do that. As you can see, targets are going to be moving around, and they're going to be a lot smaller. People like Gibraltar, you can probably get away with spamming shots like this. But for people like Wraith and Octane, people who move pretty dang quick, you're going to want to wait and pace your shots. That's where this comes in. In my opinion, all this weapon is, it's a triple take without the 3 bullets. This is a precision choke, no matter how you killed it, and it should be treated that way. Although I do think it's a lot better than a precision choke, because these weapons do not have nearly as much travel time, though they do have a little bit more arc in their shot. When it comes to sight choice, I always say for longer ranges to go with the 3 time. Match the sight that matches the iron sights the most. It's going to keep your shots more consistent. You can do anything you want with this. 2 to 4 would also be alright, but I think the 3 times is the best. Now, if you do want to go for more damage, something I noticed is if you wait just a second and make it to that second damage bar right here, you see there's 3 bars. If you make it to that second damage bar, this is the best way to maintain optimal damage while still pacing your shots. Right here, we'll do that. This is going to just give us a 4-shot body shot time to kill. Like this. Just make sure I'm at that second bar every single time. And I'm not waiting the entire time like this. Now, if targets are ducking in and out of cover, it is definitely worth it to wait all the way. But I do think waiting to that second bar is going to give you that 4-shot time to kill. And overall is going to be the most consistent. Moving on to number 4, we have a do not with this weapon. Now, as we know, this thing does share a lot of similarities with our heavy weapons, and it shares a few similarities with our snipers. One thing it shares with the snipers and not with the heavy weapons is this thing has some of the worst anti-air accuracy I've ever seen in my life. Charge rifle, we don't talk about you. Anyways, moving on though, if I were to use my wingman here, jump up in the air, and lay a few shots on this target, as you can see, it is going to be pretty easy for me to clean them up in midair. 3030 Repeater, no, not so much. As you can see right here, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing I just did. As you can see right there, my reticle is exactly on this guy, and all of my shots miss. We'll even try it from up higher, not moving at all. As you can see, maybe 1 or 2 will hit. but this thing has the worst inner accuracy I've ever seen. If you're using this and you're playing Octane, or even if you have an Octane on your team, yeah, you'd be better off switching weapons before you try firing this thing. Moving on to number 3, we have what I like to call the bread and butter combo, or really just what you should be pairing this weapon with. Though it is a heavy weapon, it does not have the close or medium range capabilities of something like a Hemlock with single fire or burst fire, so you're going to need something to back you up close range. This combo, what I call right here, is the bread and butter. As you can see, if I slide in like this, hit a headshot, or really any shot, it makes my cleanup with the P20 incredibly easy. This is better than I think something like a Sentinel because it's more consistent and there is less zoom on the sight. And because it's close range and it is a 1x, this can get very, very helpful, especially in long-range team fights. The slide, even when you're not going down a hill, is just long enough for you to get that maximum damage. So right here, if we're sliding, as you can see, as soon as our slide's up, we have maximum damage and we're able to finish them off. Now let's say you're not a fan of the P20 or you can't find hammer point, you can also use something like an R99. Right here, we're going to do the same thing. The goal of what I'm trying to teach you here is slide into your target. So like this. With a little bit of practice, I promise you this is not hard as it seems. Even if you just hit him in the body, because you know you're going to have moving targets like that. Switch on over. I'm not even using a stock on the R99. I am using a stock on my 3030 to show off the switching. But as you can see right here, easy, easy cleanups. Well everybody, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. As always, thank you so much for sticking with me through the thick and thin and supporting me in my time of leave. The 3030 repeater is easily going to turn into one of my favorite guns in this game. Will it pass the Sentinel? We'll see. We'll give it some time. Anyways everybody, look forward to a hero guide coming out tomorrow based on the poll that you voted on yesterday. Much love to all. Stay home, stay safe. This has been Combo, and peace out everyone.